This podcast may contain adult language, adult situations, spoilers, and some brief nudity, so parental guidance is suggested.
We have such sights to show you.
After about 5 minutes of this movie, you're gonna wish you had 10 beers.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-la, yeah.
Welcome back to the Cinema Recall Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Random Thoughts of a Movie Insomniac here at Cinema Recall Podcast. I am the Vern. If this is your first time watching or listening to the show, these are episodes where I, your host, talk about random things that I saw either in cinemas, and then I talk about random physical media pickups. I did get a chance to go back to theaters, but I did rewatch a lot of movies. I rewatched The Odyssey because I wanted to see it in 70mm, because the first time I saw it was on IMAX, and I wanted to rewatch Her Private Hell, mainly because we get a lot of mixed reactions, and I wanted to rewatch it, mainly for that beautiful score by Pino Demando. I think that's my choice to win for Best Score for the Academy Awards. That score is just absolutely gorgeous. Regardless of what you think about Her Private Hell, that soundtrack is absolutely astounding. Really beautiful stuff. And then the other movie that I saw twice is the new Spider-Man movie. I saw it for a special press screening. Thank you very much to the Minnesota Film Critics Association. And I posted my quick thoughts with my good buddy Ashley. And I just want to give you now my spoiler-filled review of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Here's the trailer.
You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering.
Go home!
That's cool.
I'm just a neighbor.
Friendly neighbor.
Spider-Man, Brand New Day.
Just give me a sec. I'm not in high school anymore. You ready?
Spider-Man Brand New Day stars Tom Holland and Zendaya, as well as other actors, which I can't think of the top of my head right now. But in this story, Spider-Man is starting to lose his powers because he is feeling distraught. In the last movie, he basically told all his good friends to forget about him, and he's feeling a little upset about that. MJ's got a new boyfriend. His good buddy Nate is moved on, and they all forgot about him. And so, because of this, Spider-Man is starting to lose his powers, and he's not feeling as well. And then we got this new person who wants to break into the center and set loose a bunch of criminals. And Spider-Man is trying to figure out who this person is. Now, I will say this, the reveal of who this person that Spider-Man is trying to chase after was really great. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, this is going to be a spoiler here, okay? So I'm hoping that by now you should have seen the movie, because it made over $1 billion at the box office, so you should have seen this by now. But I thought the reveal, spoiler wall, I thought the reveal of Jean Grey was a really good one. And Jean Grey is trying to rescue someone from this detention center. And I really thought it was going to be another X-Men, like Cyclops or Wolverine, some of the person out there. It turns out to be her sister, and I do not recall Jean Grey having a sister. If she does, comic fans, let me know, but I don't recall her having a sister. But overall, I thought her reveal was good, because in this one, she can control other people's minds, because she keeps jumping from one person to the next to achieve where they're holding her sister. All right. And then we have the Incredible Hulk in here. He shows up because he invents a device that will help Spider-Man control his moods, It helps him control his spider webs and things, and that goes wrong too. I will say that Spider-Man Brand New Day is probably the best in this new franchise series next to Homecoming. While it's not as fun as Homecoming, in fact, this is much more of like a deeper existential type of movie drama for Spider-Man. It follows the same sort of tone and vibes that Spider-Man 2 from like the 2000s that Sam Raimi series had. Like Spider-Man Brand New Day and Spider-Man 2 almost like run the same type of like plot mechanics, but it's a fun one. Like I said before, I think it's just about as good as Spider-Man Homecoming. But yeah, I liked it very much. I think it gave like 4 stars. It's one that I saw twice. I've never seen a movie in 4DX before. I may go back again because, all right, so you have the movie on the main screen right here, and then on the sides, they have images playing. So when Spider-Man's swinging through places here, things are going like by your head. And that is really kind of cool to see because the second time I saw it with my nephews at the AMC theaters with my nephew, my niece, her boyfriend. Hey, shout out to Taylor Cisco, author T. Aaron Cisco, because he was there with a bunch of the cosplayers in the lobby of Mall of America doing Spider-Man pictures with fans. And my nephew's got to take a picture with them. That was really cool. So yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I love the reveal of the villains and it has some fun. It goes on a little bit too long. There are moments where Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is with MJ and Nate at the apartments. And then there's other scenes where Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is trying to reveal his feelings to MJ. And as heartfelt as those scenes are, they should have been cut down just a little bit. This movie is like 2 hours and like 45 minutes, and it could have easily been just a straight 2-hour movie. No. Yeah, so Spider-Man Brand New Day, if you haven't seen it in theaters, watch it. It's one you definitely want to see, like an IMAX or that 4DX stuff. Really kind of cool thing. All right. So moving on from a man who likes to dress up in outfits and masks for whatever kink he's into, I am going to right now review another movie about kink. See that little segue there? You know, person wearing all spandex. And this next movie, we have another guy who wears spandex, but for different reasons, all right? He likes to wear different outfits for different reasons because he wants to impress his boss. And hey, if your boss is Olivia Wilde, I don't blame him at all. So this is I Want Your Sex, and here is the TV spot.
What is that?
It's abstract, babes. God, sometimes you're such a Philistine.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I Want Your Sex is the new movie from Greg Araki. He is the director of such movies as The Doom Generation and Smiley Face, and he's done like other like drama things that I just can't think of right now. I know there's like a really popular one, Mysterious Skin. He did Mysterious Skin, and this is much more of a campy sex comedy. And what it's about is Cooper Hoffman. He's this assistant to this artist played by Olivia Wilde, and Olivia Wilde gets him involved in these kinky, dommy mommy sort of like extravaganzas. Now, hey, look, if my boss is Olivia Wilde and she wants to do some sort of like dommy mommy kinky explorations with me, I'm all down for that. I'm all down for a lot of the things that happen to him, except for one thing. And if you see the movie, you'll know exactly what that is. I just don't play that way. Whatever he does, no judgment there. You know, no kink shaming here. That's just not for me. Very funny movie. I love very much Olivia Wilde's like tone and demeanor in this. She is really good. Cooper Hoffman's good. My favorite actor in this is Charlie Etzietz as Cooper Hoffman's very standoffish girlfriend. I mean, she's like this person who is studying for college, and all of her demeaning is for her schoolwork, and she does not want to have sex at all. She's very prudish, and she has probably some of the best, funniest lines in the movie. My main issue with I Want Your Sex is the way it's structured, because the movie starts at the end, and where Cooper Hoffman, this happens during the opening credits, so it's not really a spoiler, but Cooper Hoffman's character sees Olivia Wilde face down in a pool. And then we cut back several months later to how they first met. And then while we're seeing how the relationship is being developed, we cut back to Cooper Hoffman's character being in a jail cell, being interrogated by Margaret Cho and Johnny Knoxville. And I would have started the movie with him in the jail talking to Margaret Cho and Johnny Knoxville and not see the crime that happened. I hate movies that begin with like this really wild situation and then it says 6 months earlier. I hate that. It would have been much better if I did not know what happened to those two characters at the start. It would have been better to see him in a jail talking to these two detectives, police officers about what happened. Because right then you're asking yourself as an audience member, how did he get there? All right. And having the other stuff being exposed later on would be a much better fit. So yeah, overall, I think I give this one about 3.5 stars, 3 stars on Letterboxd because it is a funny movie. I like very much how Olivia Wilde's character is talking about Gen Z being so afraid of sex and why are they being so afraid of sex, which does bring me to a good point here. There are a lot of movies that are coming to theaters that I am not going to watch because I am not a paid film critic, okay? I'm very happy to be part of the Minnesota Film Critics Association, and I usually get sent screeners or movies to watch, and I'm more happy to do it. But a lot of times, I will get sent screeners of stuff that I won't want to watch, or I'll get notifications about new movies that are coming out that I am not going to see. One movie that I'm not going to see is One Night Only. This is the one from Greg Cluck, I think it is. Probably got the name wrong. He's the guy who did Easy A, and he did Anyone But You. And this new movie is about two people falling in love on the one night of the year that people in this futuristic society are allowed to have sex. All right. In this weird world, government made a rule that single people cannot have sex except for this one night. And the fact that this was originally going to be an R-rated film with a lot of nudity that got cut because the director says that young people don't want to see sex on screen anymore made me go, yeah, I don't really want to like watch that. Not saying that everything has to be all sex nudity, but that seems to be like a main plot point of your movie. And if you're taking that away, what are you saying? Which explains why the movie did not make that much money back, all right? Because I don't think people really cared to like watch that. And hey, if you love it, that's great. I am never, ever, ever going to dismiss you for your love of things. And I think that's important to have a great love of things right there. But yeah, like that movie, One Night Only, not watching that. And also, what's the other ones coming out? Tony. I'm not seeing Tony, which is basically about Anthony Bourdain, the chef. Look, I know nothing about Anthony Bourdain. I am not rich enough to go to any of his tip restaurants, so I have no idea why he's a big deal. Now, if you made a movie about Chef Boyardee, I may watch that because I've eaten Chef Boyardee. All right, I have not eaten any much of like Anthony Bourdain stuff, or I have no idea what shows he's a part of. But if you're a fan of cooking, you are most likely going to watch and enjoy Tony, because all I saw from Tony is like he's a guy who wants to be a writer and then becomes like a chef. All right. And he has probably sex with many great women there. I don't know. It looks kind of like dull and bored to me. But hey, you know what we need to do right now? We need to get back to sex, because when you see this face on your computer screen, you're thinking just one thing only: hot, passionate, wild sets. I know, I understand. All right. I've just got that face that makes you go, yeah, I can't help it. I'm just thinking about hardcore sets when I see your face. So I'm going to play a trailer right now about a particular sets worker, a real sets worker. Her name is Andrea Werhan, and she wrote a fantastic book called Modern Horror. And right now, I want to play for you a little spot from her new drama documentary, all right?
My name is Andrea Werhan. I'm a writer and performer, and I'm also a sex worker.
In books, movies, and every syndicated crime drama imaginable, sex workers are typically portrayed as victims or villains. Shame and stigma can silence us. It's high time we told our own damn stories. Here's mine.
All right. So Modern Horror it was first of all a book by Andrea Werhan. Now, I listened to her audio narrative version, and it was a really great eye-opening account on the life of a real-life sex worker. And what made the book just so great is that the way when she describes her situations with like her Johns and everything, and the reason why she does this stuff, it made just total complete sense. And what I really enjoyed about this documentary is that it gets into not only her accounts with her life as a sex worker, but it also talks to other people in the industry. It talks to her clients as well about why they get into this stuff. And a lot of the times, the men and women that partake in sex work, you would think about these guys being like just lonely, pathetic guys who can't get dates or whatnot there. But a lot of times, these are just like guys who are always like on the go for business, and they just want to have that quick little interactions. And one of the other workers that she interviews, she says on the interview, it's like going to see a palm reader. A lot of people don't believe in palm readings, but some do. I look at sex work as almost like you're going to see like a chiropractic, you know, like maybe you don't need it, but it does help you out in a way. And look, Andy Warhun, she's known as like Marianne when she was doing more sex worker. I think she still does stripping. I'm not entirely sure. Now that she has this documentary in this book, she's probably just more on like talk shows than anything else there. But wow, beautiful, beautiful lady. Hey, look, if I lived in Canada, all right, and I had the funds to afford Marianne, yeah, I would. And I will say this right now, you would not need to blur my face at all, because I would not be ashamed about that one bit. But it's a very funny, sweetheart woman. She has her own mom come on there, and they talk about the problems that she had trying to come out to her mom that she's a sex worker. And yeah, but she treats everyone with so much love and respect, and I found it to be a very eye-opening documentary. Not as good as the book. And the way that she wants to advocate for safe spaces for strippers and sex workers is a very legitimate cause. Like, I think that everyone, all types of works that they do, should be protected, and they should be made to feel safe in the profession that they choose. So yeah, so if you're one of those people that think that all sex workers are just degenerate people and that they are just, lazy people. No, this is a legitimate work. All right. You have to have a degree in like psychology and you have to have like a business sense. And a lot of these women are very, very smart. All right. Very smart. The way they can like hustle and the way that they can convince, guys to spend a lot of money, things like that. And like I said before, Marianne, aka Andrea Warhan, hot, really hot. Like I would totally 100% if I had the funds, like if this podcast made enough money where I can actually go ahead and, get a sex worker for like a month or so. Yeah, totally worth it. But yeah, modern horror. I had to rent this on YouTube. I don't know exactly where it's streaming on, but I highly recommend it. It's about like a $3 rental, really good. I'm hoping that there'll be a physical media release of modern horror with a commentary track from Andrea Warhan because, yeah, just wonderful. Find out the book on Audible because the book is a lot more detailed about her life, and I fully love it. It was an eye-opening experience there. So yeah, that's modern horror. Speaking about streaming, I'm gonna play you a trailer for a movie that you can find on Rhonda Shear's Scream Queens. This is a new app on your Roku where it's mostly about women and horror. And on Scream Queens, Rhonda Shear has like channels for different actors, Debbie Rochon and Felicia Rose and other actors there. And one of the actresses that she has is Jessa Flux. Now, I became aware of Jessa Flux from the movie Murder Size from A and P Films, Paul Raisdale, Angelica D'Alba. I interviewed them for Murder Size for the same podcast. You can find that at our interviews tab on our website, cinemarecall.net. And Jessica Flutz has been just showing up in these like horror films. I saw her in OnlyFans. I think she has an OnlyFans account, but I have seen her OnlyFans, and she has this new movie out there. It came about a few years ago called Darby's Scream House. And yeah, I'm going to play you a little trailer right now from Darby's Scream House. And then I want to get back to a little bit more about Jessica Flux. Darby's Scream House is about Darby, who of course is a runner for Barbie, but they can't really call it Barbie for legal reasons. And Darby's boyfriend, Ben, get it? Ben, take on Ken, is holding a surprise party for Darby. And he tells all of Darby's friends about the surprise party. Now, Darby's sister, on the other hand, sees Ben talking to all these girls and thinks that Ben is having an affair and goes to tell Darby about this. Darby has no idea about the planned birthday party that Ben is throwing and goes after each of these girls because she believes her sister that Ben is having an affair, and she kills each and every one, and she goes to Ben and begins to kill him too, but then finds out that, hey, her sister made the whole thing up, and then she got confused, and that there actually was no cheating, and all they're trying to do is to throw her birthday party, and then, of course, she goes after her sister. This is just cheesy fun in the best way. Like, all the kills are done with, like, the CGI blood everywhere, and it is great. There's one sequence where Darby and the girl compare breast size for like 2 minutes or so because, hey, that's what you do in these exploitation films. You compare breast size. It goes on a little bit too long. Hey, as much as a guy who loves nudity in movies like this, it does go on just a little bit too long. I would like cut down at least maybe 5-10 minutes or so, just to make it a solid 75 minutes. Otherwise, it's fun. It's a fun movie. I think Jessica Flutz does a lot of fun with this, and I'm curious to check out her other movies. And also, I gotta give a shout right now because a comic distributor got a hold of me, Ethereal Comics. They make this, they're a comic publishing company, and they sent me links to this new series called Theater 7. And I guess they're going to be doing like a live action adaptation of Theater 7, and they want Jessica Flutz to play the lead character. Now, in this comic series that I saw, it's about this young, very busty, curvaceous girl who gets a job at a movie theater, and the characters from one of her favorite films comes to life, and they start working together. And for this particular series, she is meeting with the cast and characters of a certain time travel movie about a young teenager and an older doctor looking guy, and they solve the mystery about Marty's parents. I give it right there. But yeah, it's a Marty and Doc sort of rip off from Back to the Future. They don't call those characters in there. Yeah. And I guess Doc is trying to stop Marty from sleeping with his mom. And yeah, it's just a crazy, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm hoping that they actually make full, bigger issues of comics, because trying to read comics on my phone doesn't work so well. I don't have a tablet. I know I could just watch them on my laptop screen there, but Theater 7, I guess they're going to be doing like new issues with or new series with Jessica Flutz playing said character of the lead person in Theater 7, which I can't remember the exact name of the character, but overall, that's there. I will post links in our show notes because I know that Ethereal Comics has a YouTube channel. I'll post links on there where you can find them. Also, Jessica Flutz has a YouTube show where she does interviews with other people right there. And hopefully she'll come on to our show, because right now, look at that. Jessica, I've got your poster right there in the background. So you think you signed it. I'm not sure. Maybe. But if you come to any sort of horror conventions here in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis area, I could bring this poster there for you to sign it. I could also bring my DVD of OnlyFans for you to sign too. OnlyFans. I'm so sorry. OnlyFans for you to sign as well. So there it is right there. That's sort of it for like streaming movies. I did watch one other one that I want to give a quick little mention to right now. I don't have a trailer for it, but it is called A Beautiful Distraction. And this is the new movie from Deborah Twist. Deborah Twist is the director of Sapiosexual. I interviewed Deborah Twist not too long ago for the same podcast. And with A Beautiful Distraction, she plays a mother whose husband is becoming an alcoholic, and she's feeling very distraught and distressed about it. She has 2 young daughters, and she starts being visited by these other people who believe that she is an important figure in this event. Like, before the movie starts, we understand that they're like these gods and angels that are coming down, and for some reason, she is a part of something bigger. And the whole movie is about an hour long. I think this is like the pilot episode of a new series that's coming out there. Also, during the course of things, there's like this killer who is beheading people, and our lead character, Deborah Twist, is just kind of going through all these things going on. It looks like when these other angels come into existence with her, or these other beings, they meet at this like adult art class where there's like this like new male model, and this male model asks her out for like lunch and dinner. And you think that it feels like these angels want her to get involved in like these kinky activities, but that's not the way it is at all. And then we're dealing with their like husband being like an alcoholic, and I guess he saw some things that he's not used to, he can't deal with in his mind. I don't know. But yeah, the whole brand new series is coming out, and I'm intrigued, but I'm not quite sure if I'm intrigued. I really enjoyed Deborah Twist's last series, Crazy Town, she did, which is all about a group of like strippers working at a strip club, and I like that show very much. Not for obvious reasons, but I thought the show was like very well done and well acted, all that good stuff there. Dealing with things with like characters who are like angels and changing things for people. I don't know. Maybe good, maybe not. It also stars Vivica A. Fox, and it also stars Sean Young, other actors there too. So yeah, I mean, I like those actors. I thought they did a very good job. But yeah, beautiful distraction. Not quite sure where it's premiering. I imagine like Tubi or so. That's where I saw it, Crazy Town. But there it is, right there. Thank you to the folks from Breaking Glass Pictures that sent me a screener link for that premiere episode. Yeah, over like 5 stars. I would give us all 3 because it is very well acted. It's very abstract, and I'm not quite sure exactly what to think of it. But yeah, overall, it was good. All right. So now I've finished up all the sort of like movies that I watched for like theaters and also for like streaming and whatnot. It's a fun part of the show. This is where I talk about all the fun new physical media items that I picked up. And I got a lot here. All right. And I'm going to try and be as brief with this as I possibly can because I want to keep this under an hour. But starting with the CD parts. All right. You know, I picked up here for CDs. That's right. I did. I picked up Charlie XCX's new album, Music, Fashion, Film. And in my opinion, this is probably my favorite album of 2026. And I don't listen to a lot of music here, so that's a big thing. Now, I bought this originally on vinyl, all right? But the vinyl version does not have the awesome narration from Master David Cronenberg on the last track. And of course, I gotta have my David Cronenberg, all right? Like the folks from Film Rage podcast, what did they say? A Chrome Bone. They have a Chrome Bone for David Cronenberg. So yeah, the fact that he's on the last song is really cool. I think I said this before on like Instagram. I compare Music, Fashion, Film by Charlie XCX. I compare this album to 2026 what Nirvana's Nevermind was to like 1991. And the fact that it'll usher in a new form of pop music. And I almost imagine that other artists and things, they're going to take inspiration from her album and do something new. I know, okay, there's another artist that did that before. Her name is Poppy, and she's amazing. And if you don't know who Poppy is, look her up. She is one of my favorite people of all time. Her songs are amazing. She has a short film, which I am going to be highlighting in a future episode of Random Thoughts of Movie Insomniac. That's really good. But yeah, I do still. Overall, Charlie XCX's Music, Fashion, Film, great album, rock music, camera, I'm Afraid, yeah, wink, wink, just all incredible songs. All right, so moving on from there, I did pick up a few movies on the 4K network or the Blu-ray 4K network. First off, I got to share my Arrow release of Lost in Space. This is the 1997, I guess, television adaptation of the 1960s TV series about a family who gets lost in space. William Hurt, Mimi Rogers, Heather Graham, Gary Oldman. Just, I enjoy the hell out of this movie. And I liked it when I had the DVD of it, and now I got the 4K. I'm absolutely super excited to actually watch this and watch with the commentary tracks. And yeah. Does the CGI hold up? Maybe not so much, but I don't care. I absolutely really enjoyed all of it. The campiness of it, the cheesiness. Yeah, I absolutely do enjoy Lost in Space. In fact, one night I might do a double feature of Lost in Space and Barbarella. I think that would be just a great feature, Lost in Space, Barbarella, and I'll enjoy that very much. So that was from Arrow. A lot of great special features on there. I'm not going to read them all off right now because I don't have time, but there you go. That was a great one. And then I picked it up because Arrow and this other company, I think it were 88 Films, they were having a 50% off sale on Barnes & Noble. And I picked up Super Cop. Super Cop, which is the third in the police story saga. Now, when this movie came out, I had no idea that it was part of a trilogy because I just saw Super Cop. I did not see it as Police Story 3. And I saw this right after I saw Rumble in the Bronx. So, and this one, Jackie Chan is going undercover to be this criminal for like this crime boss to expose him and get some adventures there. This is the introduction to Michelle Yeoh, who plays his partner in this, and she does some really spectacular stunts in this movie. There's a sequence where she has a dirt bike and she drives the dirt bike onto a train, and it's absolutely amazing. If you're a fan of Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and of course that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, this is one of her first roles that she has, and yeah, it's a good one. Super Cop, wonderful movie. And then also, please, by all means, pick up Police Story 1 and 2, the Criterion version of those. Really great stuff. Yeah, Super Cop. Love it. All right. Moving on from my 4K release. Oh, I got one more Blu-ray here to show you. All right. So I found this on sale for like $5, and it is Gangster Squad. And I mainly picked up Gangster Squad because of the two actors here, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, because those two are one of my favorite movies ever. They're in La La Land, and I love them very much in La La Land, and I want to see them work together in another movie. And this one, Gangster Squad, it's sort of a remake of The Untouchables, but you replace Al Capone with, what's his name here? Mickey Cohen, Gangster Mickey Cohen, and these cops are after Mickey Cohen. So yeah, it's essentially just like The Untouchables. You're just replacing one big gangster for another one, and it's good. I will say it's it's under 2 hours long. I'm intrigued. They do have a good little documentary on this disc about the real Mickey Cohen, which I'm definitely going to watch that. I find that to be even more fascinating. But this movie is fine. It's a nice throwback. I don't know why, but Ruben Fleischer directed this. He also directed the Venom films, and I'm not a huge fan of the Venom films. And this one was, it's good. I kind of wish they would have made this like in black and white. I don't know why filmmakers are afraid of black and white, but I think that this may have made this just a tad better if it was in black and white, or they made a black and white version of this. But overall, Gangster Squad, not as good as The Untouchables, but fine. It's like Untouchables light is what I call Gangster Squad. All right, moving on there to an actually film noir that does work great, and it's probably a really great time to rewatch this movie, is Wild Things. All right, I absolutely love Wild Things. This is from director John McNaughton, and it is a perfect example of Florida noir. Nev Campbell, Denise Richards, Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon, and this is a movie that's best to go into like blind, and because it deals with this like teacher who gets accused of sexual assault, and then the way that things keep like twisting and turning, and the way that certain characters' motives are revealed is absolutely great. It is a wonderful like pulp noir sort of. It's so great. It sort of reminds me, and I'm not quite remembering the author's name, Carl Hyson, who wrote Striptease. That he wrote the original book for Striptease that became a very not that great movie. But the book Striptease is great because the way that characters' actions are revealed in that and things change. He also did one called Star Island, which is also really good as well. And if any director was to adapt a Carl Hyson novel into a movie, this feels like that, even though it's not based on a book at all. It feels like it would have been based on a book. But yeah, just great action, great characters. Yeah, absolutely love it. I know the Arrow has a 4K release of this, but that was over like $45. This right here was only like $5. So that's why I got the DVD of this. But hi, Arrow. I'm Vern. I will send Recall Podcast. If you ever want me to promote any of your items, please send them here. Email me, send them a recall at gmail.com. We can work something out. I'd love to promote your items. But here, there you go. I love it. All right. And then moving on from there, one movie that I did pick up, and this is a brand new watch to me. Never saw this before. I picked up The King of New York with Christopher Walken and Lawrence Fishburne, David Caruso, many other actors. And the story is about Christopher Walken's character getting out of prison and building up his empire again. This would be a great follow-up to Brian De Palma's Scarface. Not as good as Scarface, but still a wonderful movie. This is from director Abel Ferrara, who did like Miss 45, and he did Bad Lieutenant. And this DVD even has a documentary about Abel Ferrara's career, and I'm excited to watch that. But overall, this was not a bad little crime thriller. In fact, there's even like a documentary from like Schoolie D, who was like inspiration, I guess, for some of the characters in this. And tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think Schoolie D is the man who composed the theme song to Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think he did. So let me know in the comments if he did or he didn't. All right. So there you go. King of New York. Moving on from there. Quickly, I had to pick this up here. 12 Monkeys on DVD. I just picked this up today. Terry Gilliam's wonderful movie. Bruce Willis, Matt Stone, Brad Pitt. You know this movie, you don't know this movie, but it's set in this future where disease is run rampant, and Bruce Willis goes back into time to find out how to stop the disease. Really good. Shout out to my good friend Bubba Wheat on his podcast. It's Time to Rewind, because he's doing a whole series about 12 Monkeys. So I want to share that real quickly right there. 12 Monkeys. Check out It's Time to Rewind podcast. I'll have links in the show notes where you can subscribe to that show, but very cool. All right. Love you much. There you go. All right. Now, real quickly, I picked up The House of Sand and Fog with Jennifer Connelly and Ben Kingsley. Now, I've only seen this movie once. I don't quite remember everything about it. All I know is that something very tragic and sad happens in this. And I love movies that have good actors together. Although, you look at this cover of this. Does this not remind you of a horror movie? Like, doesn't Ben Kingsley look like Matt Schreck from Nosferatu? Like, and the title, House of Sand and Fog. You look at this poster or this DVD box set, you are going to think, like I did the first time I watched this, that this is going to be a vampire movie. As not a vampire movie. But the way the artwork is in this, it looks like a vampire movie. Plus, the name House of Sand and Fog is a vampire movie. All I know is that, I guess, Jennifer Connelly's character is, wants to buy this house that belongs to Ben Kingsley, and they get into this, like, zoning law dispute about it. But, I don't know. Kind of wish it was a vampire movie. I mean, House of Sand and Fog sounds like a vampire. The way his face is noticed there, come on now. Looks like a vampire movie, but it's not a vampire movie. Still a very good one, but no vampires, all right? All right. And then I did pick up a few other ones. One movie that I have not yet watched, and one that I will watch, is I picked up At Close Range. Speaking about Christopher Walken, this one has Christopher Walken and Sean Penn. And I saw this movie being highlighted on the Cinema Snobs show about the movies of 1986. And I never really watched this. The only thing I knew about this movie is that Madonna has a song that's used in this, Live to Tell. I like that song, but I never saw this movie, but I heard it's good. And it's about Christopher Walken is this father who's trying to get his sons involved in his criminal business, and things go all right from there. And that's all I really know, but everyone says it's really good, has like kind of a tragic ending. So yeah, I think if I'm gonna do tragic stuff right there, I gotta watch both House of Sand and Fog and That's So Strange for a fun-filled feature of despair, and everyone's feeling distraught. Party times, woohoo! Bring the friends, bring the family. We'll make dip. All right. So, and then my last thing that I did pick up that I bought, and I bought this at Cheapos along with the at close range, is I found this on Laserdisc. This is the work print version of Beauty and the Beast when it first premiered at like some film festival. I think it said right there, the 1991 New York Film Festival. And this is a version where it's like not all completed. Like you watch it and it will have the full animation, but then it will have the line drawings. And I'm a big fan of animation, and I, for one, like to see how movies were like made and created. And Beauty and the Beast is probably one of my favorites of Disney animated movies, and I'm very much intrigued to watch and see, how it became to be. So yeah, there you go, Beauty and the Beast, blah, great stuff there. And I got to close out my show by talking to you about some movies I picked up at the wonderful library. All right, so here we go. First off, I've been watching Ghost Rider. Now, did not see the second one yet. I watched the first one with Nicolas Cage, and it's fine. I think Nicolas Cage does a great job being as like wacky and crazy as Johnny Blaze. Guy who makes a deal with the devil to save his father, but then the devil double crosses him, and now Johnny Blaze is forced right now to become the Ghost Rider, and every time someone commits a crime or sin, Ghost Rider collects their souls, and yeah, it's fine. There you go, Ghost Rider. All right. Now another one I picked up here is Under the Silver Lake. This is from David Robert Mitchell, who made It Follows. His next movie is the End of Oak Street, and I guess this is the movie he made before that. So the story of Under the Silver Lake has Andrew Garfield, and he's this guy who, kind of like doesn't do much, doesn't work. He meets this girl, played by Riley, what you probably pronounce her name, Riley Keough. He meets this girl at a swimming pool at his house, and the next day she disappears. And he goes through this journey of finding out what happened to her. Now, I think if this was like either a TV show or a book, I can see this being a little bit more popular. I think I said in my Letterboxd review that of like Raymond Chandler, who wrote The Bitch Sleep, and David Lynch got together, they may make a movie like this, but they may just get lazy and forget about everything right there. So I don't know what to say. I think it's a good movie, but not great. I like the vibe. This is definitely the idea of like a vibe movie. It's a very weird, strange movie, and I don't know what to say about that, but it's all right. All right. Next one I want to talk about real quickly here is The Guest, Adam Wingard movie with Dan Stevens and Mike J. Monroe. And the story is about this guy who shows up to this family's doorstep, and he tells the mom that, hey, I knew your son. We served in the army together. This family's son just passed away. And this guy seems, really nice and wants to do like really nice things for this family, and everyone seems to like him. Their son likes him because he stands up to his bullies, and the daughter has kind of a small crush on him as well. But then as the movie goes on, layers start to be revealed about him, and you find out that he's like a government experiment gone wrong. The best way to describe The Guest is, what if like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees suddenly got a personality, and they were like charming and whatnot, but they're still ruthless killers. I guess that there's a new movie called Onslaught, which is supposed to be a sequel to this, or not, maybe a spiritual sequel. I'm not quite sure. I've not seen Onslaught yet. All I know is from the same director. So people said to check out The Guest, and great. I love the store. It's got this great like synthwave store, and I love that very much. Speak about Mighty Monroe. She is going to be appearing as the lead for Victorian Psycho, and I cannot wait for Victorian Psycho to come out. So yeah, The Guest, very cool thing I picked up from my library. Another movie that I picked up, but I did not get a chance to finish it, is Spontaneous. All right. Spontaneous is about this high school where random people just explode. All right. For no reason, they just explode. And both these two good looking younger people, they meet. But hey, you know, at a school where people randomly explode, how long is their love gonna last? And I really thought this was gonna be like a darker comedy or so, but no, they treat the situation as like this serious like drama. All right. But the beginning of it with their narration and this girl randomly exploding, it feels like it's going to be a dark comedy, but it's not a dark comedy. And I don't know. I didn't finish it. Let me know if I should, because it felt like too dramatic when it did not need to be drama. So there you go. Spontaneous. One of the last movies I have here is Dead of Winter with Emma Thompson. Now, the premise of Dead of Winter is Emma Thompson's character is going out to this lake in Minnesota to spread the ashes of her dead husband. And while she's doing that, she notices a scream out in the distance and a young woman being chased by another guy and attacked and basically kidnapped. And so Emma Thompson wants to help rescue this young girl from this situation with this one guy and his wife. And who's his wife here? Judy Greer plays the deranged woman who wants to, I guess, use this young girl's organs because she believes that it will save her life. So yeah, so Emma Thompson has rescued her. Emma Thompson is British. All right. She's British and she does a fantastic Minnesota accent, you say. Oh yeah, for sure. She does it. It's absolutely just pitch perfect great. Even though I'm from Minnesota, I don't really know anyone that talks that way. Maybe to hear my accent in my voice, I don't know for sure, but I love how she does it. She's just great. I love this movie up until the very end. And I kind of feel what happens to her to be a cop-out so much that it made me rate this from a 4-star movie to like that 2 or 2.5-star movie, because the ending just really frustrated me so much. I feel like I should spoil it for you. I feel like I should, but I don't know if I should or not. It's on HBO Max, and I feel like you should watch it, but I kind of want to spoil this for you, all right? Because the ending did really piss me off, all right? So screw it. Spoiler wall here, okay? If you don't want to know about the ending of Dead of Winter, then skip past like 2 minutes here, but I got to spoil this movie for you because it pisses me off. So, spoiler wall, it's done, all right? So, at the end of this movie, all right, when she is going to help rescue this young girl from Judy Greer's like crazy character, all right, she gets pulled into like this like ice thing at random and pulls the bad guy in and like kills her at the same time. But she didn't have to die. I hate the fact that this character dies at the end. All right. And we had all these scenes of like her, the time with her husband, and her husband's like, hey, you know what? Never give up. And he sort of like shows her things that come into play about how she can survive. And at the end of the movie, she does save the young girl, but decides to just give up or so. And I'm like, I don't understand why. Now, did she give up because her husband's already dead and she feels like she has nothing left to live for? I don't know. But what about the young girl you left there? All right. You have a young girl who's, you know, alone in the wilderness with really nothing around her. She could use someone like you, Emma Thompson, to help save her. But all you did was you just pull this bad guy in and you never try to swim back up. All right. And also, why was there like an open ice thing right there? All right. couldn't you just far away from that? I don't know. Like, I don't mind distraught endings if it's deserved, and I don't think it was deserved in this. So yeah, there you go. Did a Winter. Speaking of which, here I have picked up a book from the library, and I picked up, and I'm so excited to pick this up because today is Alfred Hitchcock's birthday. Well, by the time this is out there, Alfred Hitchcock will be, it was his birthday yesterday. But I picked up the book for Strangers on a Train. Patricia Highsmith's story about two guys who meet on a train and they plan each other's murders. So yeah, this was the inspiration for Throw a Mama from the Train. Also, inspiration for Alfred Hitchcock's film of the same name there too. But yeah, Strangers on a Train, very good so far. And I'm actually really kind of enjoying read this, and I will go back and watch the movie again because I don't quite remember the movie. So it's very cool. Although in my head, I picture Bud as being like Jack Lemmon, and I think Bruno, I picture him as more like Julian Sands. All right, so I don't know why, but those are the two actors I'm thinking of, like in my own head adaptation of this. Anyways, folks, that's it right now. That's my things about random thoughts of a movie Insomniac. Please, by all means, like and subscribe and do all the things on the YouTube right there. I've got new episodes coming out soon for The Rotten Truth over at Rabbit Hole Podcast. I'll post those over on our Patreon page. I'm also going to be posting new episodes of the AV Exchange. This is a new podcast I do with my good friend Ashley Urok. And right now we're on Podbean, and I'm talking right now with Robbie from Conversations with Robbie about designing some artwork for that new podcast. So anyways, folks, love you all. All right, I'm Vern, and that's all I got to say right now. Please like and subscribe. Again, Patreon page, patreon.com/cinemawrinklepod. As well, help donate to us, buy us a coffee, buy me coffee. Our links are available on our website, again, cinemawrinkle.net. And that's all. All right. And please leave me a comment about what I watched. If there's anything else you want me to watch. Next time, I'm going to be reviewing some great movies. We got the Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Mahishna with Gillian Anderson. And also, before I leave, I'm going to play you a trailer of a new movie called Hotspot. Now, the only thing I know about this movie is that it's from the director of The Lure. And The Lure is this great movie about these cannibalistic mermaids that become pop singers. And it's insane and crazy. And this director made a follow-up to that called Hotspot. So I'm going to close out right now with a trailer of Hotspot. Enjoy.
Good morning. Detective Yan 623. You can now start your day with me, the head. Your assignment is as follows. You have been selected to conduct an investigation at the refugee center.
She's a demon. A demon, Johnny.
Did you kill her? Are you a cyber witch?
You can call me a witch, but not cyber.
The system is not stable.
You hacked me.
You did this to yourself. We can save each other.
Cool.
You are my animal.
Danger. 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 Overstimulation. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Have Have a nice day.
Yeah, me.
So Hotspot, and then Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Mahishna. I'll review those next time. I'm also going to be talking about going to see the 10th anniversary edition of La La Land that's coming back to theaters. So yeah, overall, good stuff right there. Love you all very much. Thanks for watching and subscribing to Cinema Recall Podcast. I'm the Vern, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody. Love ya.